What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, we're actually looking at 5 really big boy fishing farm. And yes, I do know it's fishing. I'm personally not a fan of fishing at all, but I know a lot of you guys are enjoying fishing. And I think a lot of you guys are going to be motivated to fish after you take a look at what I have in store in today's video. Now, before we do that, I want to mention that I'm doing a Black Week sale. So that means that you can grab every single gold guide that I have for only $9.99 each. So if you're playing Classic Fresh right now, $9.99. If you're playing Cataclysm, or the retail gold guide for the War Within and every future expansion after the War Within, completely free with all updates. All you got to do is click the link down below in the description and use the discount code SALE. So big thank you. A lot of you guys have picked up a copy now during the sale. Truly means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. So now we're going to dive back to the fishing farms, the very exciting fishing farms. Now, we can't do a top 5 fishing farm without talking about the Tome of Polymorph Turtle. It's basically a mage item that will teach you how to polymorph your targets into a turtle. Now, what's special about this one compared to a lot of the other, well, every single polymorph tomb that you can farm, is that you don't have to be a mage in order to get this one. Now, this is fished in any Cataclysm pools, and you don't have to be a mage. As I said, you don't have to be a mage. There's several comments of people getting it without being on a mage. So any school or pool in the Cataclysm zones has a chance of giving you the polymorph turtle, and it is stupidly expensive. Like, we're talking 400,000 gold average price for this one right here. Now, I do advise you to follow Mr. Gertjan right here in WoW comment section and combine it with fishing albino cavefish, because albino cavefish is a material needed to craft the Mount Vial of Sand. Well, you take the albino cavefish, you turn it into deep stone oil, which is then needed for the mount. So it gives you a nice bit of steady gold as you're trying to get the Tome of Polymorph Turtle. Now, next up on the list is an absolute banger, and an item that I had completely forgotten about until I was in the area when I was live streaming with a couple of viewers of mine. We were doing a gold farm, and this guy was just standing there with his fishing pole out, and he saw my guild name, and then he joined my live stream, and I told him what he was up to, and he was fishing for the broken wine bottle. This broken wine bottle is a white item, which is now pretty good, because you can transmog this item right now, and this one can only be fished right here in Northern Barrens in this lake right next to the Sludge Fen. So very popular transmog farm to be farming the mobs around Sludge Fen. And he was just sitting right in the middle of the pool fishing for the broken wine bottle. You can just fish in the open water and you have a chance at getting the broken wine bottle, which is, once again, very expensive. This one too, absolute banger item. So now we're going to go over to something that's a bit more steady, a bit more known, and that is the strange goop. Strange goop can be fished in Seraph Mortis right here, and strange goop is needed to get this mount right here, the deep star. So this one, very high sell rate on it. It goes for a pretty good price. It's like a roughly 100,000 gold right now, but considering like the difficulty of getting it, it's not actually that bad. It's a pretty steady farm. Sure, you can be unlucky and go 4 hours without getting it, but you can also get 3 of these in an hour. You never know. So this one is definitely something that I consider to be very solid. If you enjoy fishing and you don't need to feel like you want to go for that big boy item, but you want a more consistent gold, then Strange Goop is definitely what you should go for. Now, something that's a bit more on the odd end is this item right here, the Dark Herring. Dark Herring is typically fished in this water right here in Howling Fuel. And the thing about it, it can be fished in the open water as well. You don't need to go and look for the schools and the pools. You can just fish it in the open water. But the thing about it is, it looks like a fish. Like, that's the look of it. However, the strange part is that you can't actually transmog this item unless that was changed recently. but it's an item that goes for like 100,000 gold, 200,000 gold, depending on your realm. On the EU, there's only a total of 82 of these across the entire EU. Now, the thing is, they actually sell. Like, I've sold a bunch of them. I looked back at the comment section of my YouTube video. People have sold a ton of them. But I do want to say that because there was also some people who wanted it as their own transmog. They bought it to then only discover it won't be added to your wardrobe. You have to actually have it equipped to have the fish in your hands, since you can't transmog it. So there's probably a lot of people ending up buying them and then equipping them, only to realize they can't transmog them and they have to go ahead and vendor them or save them. They can't put them up on the auction house again. So luckily for us gold makers, people do that, because that's a really odd one. It really is. Like, why wouldn't you be able to transmog this one? Now, the next one is like the Holy Grail. A lot of people on my YouTube video, when I last featured this like ages ago, actually ended up getting this item, but it's very tough to get. But then there's always some people that are extremely lucky. Like, some people got it in 10 casts, but we're talking about the Darkwood fishing pole. Now, doesn't really make sense, right? Why anyone would want to pay up towards 500,000 gold for this fishing pole. But the thing is, it's now a white item, can be added to wardrobe. It's a very rare item in general. Like, it's super hard to get. Like, if you take a look at the some of the comments section on this one, you see people getting it after 700 casts. There was one guy who fished for 11 hours before he got it. Now, you can obtain this in various different places on my YouTube video as well. People got it in different locations. There seems to be the majority of people getting this specific item fishing right here, like in Hillspread Foothills, in this little pool of water beneath Terran Mill. But that's probably just because somebody saw someone on Wowhead comment section say they got it from the water is right there, and then the next guy went over and he fished there until he got it, and then there's like a snowball effect. So it can definitely drop other places as well, but it's like, am I going to risk it, or am I going to go for the secure pool of water where I know for a fact that a lot of people have fished and received the fishing pole? So right now, should keep you busy for a while if you decide to go for any of these big boy items. Now, by all means, there's a shit ton of other ways to make gold with fishing, other items to fish. But I'm not a big fisher myself. I don't think it's fun at all. But as long as you guys want me to make more videos on fishing, then please let me know down below in the comment section. I do see the appeal of fishing, and I wish that I could be more into it, because you don't have to be in a group farm. It's pretty chill. You can watch Netflix and YouTube or whatever while doing fishing. So I understand why some people are into it. Just personally have never been buttered fishing. But let me know what you think in the YouTube comment section down below. And of course, don't forget to check out the Black Week sale. Every single gold guide, $9.99 each. With that being said, appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. But until then, bye-bye.